Hey, greetings. My name is Theo Roche. I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Oasis Clinical Corner. As I said, my name is Theo Roche. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, licensed therapist in several states. And here on the YouTube channel, we talk about a lot of mental health diagnoses along with sports psychology related information. So if you're here for the first time, I'd like to welcome you. Actually, I hope you find this information very helpful. If you would, click on the bell at the top and also smash the subscribe button so you'll be notified of when various information or various videos are being released. Again, I like to say welcome to those who are back for second, third, fourth time. I definitely appreciate that support. So I like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Today, I want to talk a lot about sports psychology as it relates to like injury, athletes who sustain injuries. And so, of course, we have that could be very detrimental. That could be something that leads to a lot of anxiety, performance anxiety. We haven't really talked a lot about performance anxiety, but it definitely does exist. And also, too, it could lead to a lot of depression as well. Um, a lot of clinical disorders that it could possibly lead to eating disorders, but obviously injury is pretty important, and that's something definitely want to have some of a discussion about because we as adults, we as parents, we as coaches can really influence that. We could either make or break that situation, especially if we're dealing with the athlete, if we coach an athlete, or if we support an athlete who is sustained an injury. Again, they have a lot of self-doubt about getting back to that optimal level that they used to perform at. There could be a lot of self-doubt. They could be talking to themselves in the sense that you know maybe I'm not the athlete that I used to be, or maybe I can't compete and things like that. And so the important role that we play as adults, as authority figures, as coaches, is creating that encouraging environment to help those individuals. First of all, be encouraged about wanting to prepare to kind of get back to where they used to be, if not better than what they used to be. I think that's critically important. So we need to do a better job as it relates to creating that environment to help athlete to become motivated to want to get better, to want to improve, to want to go through the rehab. That's a lot of hard work, and if there's no extrinsic reward, and we talked about extrinsic rewards in one other episode, um, then that could be it's like letting the air out of a balloon. That could be very non-motivating, if you will. So again, I'm not saying it's important that we have to go out of our way to kind of give a person a pat on the back. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that it's important that we are very validating, we are very encouraging, we're using positive affirmation to kind of help the individual prepare and want to prepare and want to get better. So I think that's critically important. Again, if you're an athlete who sustains some kind of injury, or if you're a parent, or if you're someone who is very close to an athlete who've gone through that, please feel free to reach out because I think that's critically important that we have that support system in place to help that individual get back to that performance level they once performed at. Me as a former athlete, I've gone through that. I've gone through that within my family in terms of sustaining injuries and having to go through that process or going through that process even now. Um, I think that's really important. But the one thing I have to tell people is not to never give up. Always keep that in the front of your mind of that I want to get back, or not just back. I want to get better at becoming what I used to be. And I can become even better than what I used to be. So definitely we need to keep those factors in mind. And certainly if you have any questions, want to reach out to me offline, certainly feel free to do that. And again, if you're new, hit the subscribe button and be notified of different information as it's released. Again, thank you.